Acidic Roots, what's up? This is your girl, Nikki Benz, answering your question about me being a barista. Yes, I worked at Starbucks from the age of 15 to 18 throughout high school to earn income because I always liked making my own money. It was actually a really good job for my age at the time. They paid way more than minimum wage in Toronto. I also believe I was one of the youngest Starbucks employees in the city of Toronto, Canada. I had a great time. Honestly, it was a lot of fun, and most of my coworkers were obviously older, and I got to learn a lot of cool stuff about life. And I actually got a fake ID from one of the employees at my Starbucks too, so that really worked out well when I wanted to go clubbing.
That's right, folks. So Frenchie gave me the tip off. So apparently I've got some stuff to say to Nikki Benz. Well, I tell you, the idea of being able to talk with her is interesting. I definitely prefer females such as that. You know, there's plenty of them all over Instagram and that sort of thing, and it just happens to be like, you kind of start to wonder, what would a conversation with a video vixen? Frenchie and I came up with the idea of kind of saying, well, we're gonna get your foot in the door, to say, this is your big break at Hollywood, talking to video models and models on Instagram with over millions of followers. So let's figure it out, you know? And I had a number of things to say, and I thought, well, what would I want to do with these people? Supposing you've already seen the clip as far as what she thinks of this particular occasion, but now you need to come to yours truly and kind of guess as to what he would want to do. Well, when I go to movie theaters, this is what I like to bring along. A family-sized bag of Gardettos. So I'm just I know this bag is kind of loud. It's like, Jesus Christ, you know, you're gonna sit there and munch on a bag of that in the store. I would have back in 2008, 2013, while we're talking about fake IDs. It's like, yeah, I would say totally smuggle a family-sized bag of Gardettos in your purse. You know, we can split like the pretzels and crunch on them and everyone can hear it. It's like, popcorn is not supposed to taste this loud, I'll tell you that much. But then, to follow things up, you know, in the car ride, of course we have to have some bumpin' music. Don't even get me started about that. So this is the kind of stuff that I'd play. Papa Roach, the first one. Totally listen to some banging new metal and crap. And I know cockroaches are just so alluring on a supposed shindig. But yeah, listening to Last Resort, cut my life into pieces, this is my last, you get the rest. Suffocation. So there's other songs on that album besides that, but those are just, you know, that's kind of the material as to what the 101 would be, supposing I were to go and get some of this stuff in motion. You're probably wondering, well, what other handy little tricks do you have for such a date? Well, I probably would have to give an Instagram model some coupons to Taco Bell, some stuff like that, and definitely say, hey, you can save like $3 on a coupon to Taco Bell, and then maybe we go to Walmart. You know, you're going to see kind of some of this stuff. I mean, that's just the initial reaction as far as that's concerned. Those are some of the things that crossed my head as Frenchie gave me the tip-off for such a infatuating and overall seductive woman. It's very much a pro thing. Just look at Nikki Benz. That's all you have to do. It's just like, it's like your eyes pop out of your head. That's kind of the situation. It's perfect for the Halloween time. They just go, they just kind of. I don't care. And don't even get me started. Don't even say, well, porn. It's like, what does that have to do with anything? It's like, you think that porn stars would be out of my league. You have to look at it from a more appropriate angle, though. I mean, you have to look at it like it's not so much about the concept of porn being in the case as much as how you found this person. You act like I'm gonna knock on her door and deliver her mail or something when she's in the middle of a porn scene. Yeah, so obviously there's a divide between where I'm at and where it's at as far as like actually charming such a female. That's what you got to pay attention to. These are at least the scenarios as to lacing together what needs to happen. So it's kind of like my dream date almost, I would have to say. What, you know? Why not? I mean, I guess we have to scratch off like, you know, Ariana Grande and Nicki Minaj and those type people, but still, I mean, why not? I mean, it's encouraging. Every single man, young adult, man in his 20s and 30s should go through the list as far as what they would do supposing. I mean, because as far as we know, Nikki Benz could just fly out of nowhere in a parachute. I mean, she has the money. If she wanted to, she could, you know, she could look things up and just fly. She could just jump out of a plane, be on a parachute, float down, and land in someone's yard and have a date just like that. So you don't really know. I mean, just that sort of crazy stuff. Do you think it wouldn't happen? How many models do you think are going to jump out of planes to get themselves a nice date? It's a perfect icebreaker. Hey, you know, I was sick of like these B movies on the plane, snakes on a plane, those type movies. So I decided to, you know, see what the land life was like. So I was going to fly to New York, but I landed in Nebraska. Take me somewhere. There's your date. So it can happen. So I just encourage, like, you folks, whoever, to kind of know what you want to do. Because all it takes is a good DM, and all of a sudden, you know, things start to pop off. I mean, most people claim that they will not date regular people, but if you can pull a woman at Walmart, chances are Nikki Benz is not too many leagues above that, despite the fact that you probably have to have a little bit of money. As long as you have a job, a car, and can pull a woman at Walmart, it really doesn't matter. That's it. That's all it takes. Look at this conversation as a result of that. For now, there's going to be more. I mean, there's more of that comes from Nikki Benz. We're not done with her, but this is the initial reaction to such a babelicious babe. Thanks, Frenchie, for help securing this. Howdy, howdy, YouTube. Frenchie talent, ladies and Germans. I'm back. Kinda, the coronavirus, it's not really calming down, but what can you do? You know, we have to move on, as so many folks out there say. But, so, Acidic Roots, he gets to have some dreamy convo with the voluptuous Nikki Benz. So I had to help pass some funds, lay down some paper. We both came up with the idea to get Acidic Roots in kind of a flirty mode. And, you know, yours truly, everyone needs a good flirt now and then, but let's just get this into action, you know. More videos oriented towards women and towards men who get those kinds of jokes, if you know what I mean. If you dislike YouTube channels that are intended for couples, yeah, I know, I get. I have horns on my head. It's kind of creepy, but you can laugh at me. You can laugh at Acidic Roots as he attempts to woo Nikki Benz, and you could say, well, if that were me, I would totally have that chick that much more hot. She'd be as hot as a boiling pot, as a teapot, if you know what I mean. I encourage you to send a message Nikki Benz's way. It's almost like a challenge. Get flirty. Send a message to a porn star, or to a video model, or a Baywatch babe. Something like that. I don't really care. It's time to start doing it. So this is for the couples out there, the ones who are laced up like this, who sit on the couch or in the bed watching Netflix at 4 a.m. And this is like, yeah, that was so funny, baby. You just don't know. I can't believe this clown. I mean, who would sit there and do this sort of thing? Well, there you go. So, get your shits and giggles out of it. I encourage it.